Hello. First of all, I want to say that this is not a tutorial, okay? This is just the equipment I use to make my YouTube videos, okay? So this is for people who are, say, just starting out, or people who are thinking about making a video. And what's the most important thing about making a YouTube video, or making any video in fact? It is coffee. Gotta have your coffee. Oh yeah. No. Obviously, the most important thing is the idea. You've got to have the idea first. And you can film it nowadays on your mobile phone now. But most of my videos are filmed green screen. And the reason is because if you film outside, which I did do at first, you've got a few problems. And one is the weather, the wind. Have you got permission to film there? Can you find a location? Are people going to walk past in the camera, or is a dog going to run over? All those things you have problems with when you're filming outside. So that's why I film green screen mostly. It's a lot more work editing, but at least you know you're going to be able to get the film completed. So anyway, let's move on to the first thing, and that is my lighting and green screen. Okay, so here's the main lights that I use. When I ordered them, they're a bit bigger than I thought they were going to be, but they still are alright. As you can see, I've got one there, and I usually use them together, one each side. So yeah, they are adjustable. They've got, you can move them down there, or move them down here like that, right down like this. Okay, and they're not too bright, but they are bright enough, as you can see. And we also have a shield that you can put over there that came with it, that softens the light, so it disperses the light slightly if you want to use that. So as you can see, I'm getting that there. That's the sun coming through. It always does that. It says, is he filming? If he's filming, I'm going to come out. Why doesn't it rain? So here's a closer look at the lights themselves. That's on the lower setting. Okay, so you've got that. They are a normal plug-in light. Let's have a look at the light here. And as you can see, it's quite a big size light bulb. And it is in fact it's a 5500K. Okay, and I believe this is a daylight bulb. Okay, so I've had no problems with these. They've been going for quite some time. They don't get hot at all. They just screw in like that. Just don't over tighten them when you screw them in. Now this is made by Photocell. This light here, I bought them as a pair. Right, they have a switch back here, and the only thing I say about the switch is that it's got a little thing to determine on or off, but you can hardly see that. So if they put a white dot on there, it would be great. But never mind. Apart from that, they seem to be working fine still. Okay, so the green screen that I use is made by Photocell as well, and it comes like this. It's what they call a pop-up screen. Okay, and I use this one, which I have two. I have this one, which is the smaller one, and then I have a bigger size one. Okay, so let's just pop that up like so. And you can see it's lost its shape a bit, but you can see that you can actually stand it up. It's a fair size. Okay, so if you want to sort of, sometimes you have to say put it up and clamp it there to hold it. But as you can see, the sun coming through and burning a hole. Just be careful if you're ever filming with green screen. That will be a killer. Okay, so as it happens, I don't have to worry about it right now. But that's so you want to do, say, just standing still or sitting still without moving too much. This is okay, right? This one's okay. And I will say that if you ever do buy these, always buy the ones that are blue one side and green the other. Okay, these ones are both green both sides because at the time the other ones were quite expensive, but now I think they're about the same price. So if you're filming something like with an army gear on and you use green screen, obviously when you key out, it will take the green out of everything else. So yeah, so just get the double one and I think they're almost the same price. So this is the one you can use. Now the other one is this one. I won't open it up, but it's the bigger size one, and I use this one more frequently than I use this one, because what happens with this, you think you'll be okay, and all of a sudden you move your hand outside of it, just fractionally or something, and you can't use it, or you have to try and whatever. So this is the bigger size one I use, and now let's say you want to film all of your body and feet as well into the picture. Now you've got problems now then with the ground. So let me come back up here and do this. Right, so you've got problems with here. So what you can do is, and I've used the green cloth before, but the trouble is with the green cloth is that you put it down, you stand on it, and as you stand on it, it gets creased up, or you twist your foot and it creases all up, and it really is terrible for trying to key out. So this is what I use here. I use these. These I believe are playground tiles that I got off Amazon. They're not exactly the right green, but when I key out, I key out this colour first, and it does that one as well. So yeah, it's pretty good. And I use this tiles, I put them together like so, like doing a puzzle. Do the corners first. Oh yeah, boy. And if I want to do my feet, I sort of have it like this. You know, have the screen round the other way, or the bigger screen round the other way, so that there is not too much of a seam here. Right? Obviously the lights will be better, but yeah, then you can stand on this, and what happens is, when you stand on this, it doesn't twist or crease or anything like that. Now the ideal lighting situation obviously is the three type lighting for the person. In other words, one light there, one light there, one light at the top, sometimes one behind, for the person, for the subject. And for your green screen, you always usually want to try and light your green screen separately, sort of light it first and then light your subject. Now, because of the size of this room, I don't have that luxury. So I have to basically light the green screen and the subject all with the same lights, because I don't have enough room to do anything else. So it does cause a little bit of a shadow from at the back, but it's just something I have to deal with. And also, if you're filming, you want to try and be probably about 4 feet away from your green screen, because as you can see, I get a shadow like this, but if I move forward, it's not so noticeable. I don't have a lot of room in this area I'm filming, so I can't be 4 feet away, but I can back off as much as possible to make it easier for keying at the end of the day. Yeah, so they're called pop-up screens, okay? Very popular, in fact. Now, how are you going to put them down? Well, they're quite easy. You just get hold of them like this and sort of grab it in the middle and pull it up and so it meets. Hit it on the floor, push it like that, and you're done. It'll fit in there. Perfect. So what next? Well, I guess the thing is, what do you film with? You need something to do the filming with. And so let's move on to the camera. Now this is made by Panasonic. It is the SD700, and it's an absolutely fantastic camera for the price. Very good quality. I believe they still make the same sort of camera, obviously the newer version. But yeah, it's quick, it's small, it's easy to maneuver around. I thought this was a great camera, and I used this camera, and I still use this one quite often. So yeah, but I'll show you my other camera. Okay, so here's the other camera that I use. It's a little bit overboard for what I need, as this is just a hobby for me. It is the Panasonic AGAC 90. It's a broadcasting camera, but only just. It's got quite a few functions on it. It's a decent camera for the price. What really I liked about it was the XLR here out for the audio. It does have audio on the camera itself, which is very good audio, but you can never get as good audio as you get with an external microphone, and that's the next thing we're going to look at. Okay, so there's a microphone I use now. It's the Rhodes, the Rhodes NT-GT2. It's got a 10-year warranty. It's a directional microphone. It's very good. Sennheiser is probably the better, but the price of Sennheiser is absolutely skyrocket. So yeah, this was affordable for me at the time. Okay, so that's with the sponge off, and this comes with it, of course, and it's very good. But if you're going to be filming outside in any slight wind at all, this will not really be any good for you. So what you really want to do is buy a wind jammer, what they call a wind jammer, which is this. It's made by Rhodes as well. It's not very expensive, and it's the best thing I've ever bought. It just slides over the top, and I live near the sea, so it's always usually windy, and it won't do for a gale, but for most wind situations, this is absolutely fantastic. It just takes the wind right out of there. So let's do the tripod. Now this video may seem a bit messy for you, and which it is, because I've just decided to quickly do one real quick. So that's why it's so messy. So yeah, here's my Velbon DV7000. It's not that an expensive tripod. You can pay a fortune for tripods, and it's very good. It goes up to quite a distance, and it also spreads out really a long way, so it really spreads out, and it's really sturdy on the ground. Now when I got this, I did some filming outside with it, and I lost the rubber boot, and I thought that's a bit odd. So I wrote them, and they sent me a new one. So I immediately glued the rubber boots on the bottom, and I haven't had any trouble since. And it's also got a nice liquid pan head, fluid pan head they call it. So if you're panning, it's really nice and smooth. Okay, so that's the tripod. And this is just sort of on a side note. I don't know if anybody's ever seen one of these before. It's called a Delkin Fat Gecko. Bit of a strange name, but what it is it's a camera mount, and it basically sticks on glass. In actual fact, it'll stick on any smooth surface. So yeah, I use this to stick on the passenger window, and it filmed me driving. In fact, I cleaned some of the paintwork off and put it on the outside of the car and drove around, and it stuck there. It didn't actually move at all, and I was taking bumps and everything else. So yeah, this is just something. They're not very expensive. So if you want to get some odds or different type of shots, that might be the way to go for you there. Right, it's called the Delkin Fat Gecko. So let's move on. Okay, so the next thing, and probably last thing at the moment, would be and you're probably saying to yourself, look, he's got all this stuff, how come his videos aren't any good? Yeah, I know, I'm working on it. So what software do I use? Well, at the moment I'm still using Adobe Premiere Pro and After Effects. Mind you, I'm using CS6. I tried CC 2014, CC 2015, and they were just nothing but bug fests. And the rendering time was really slow. Yeah, I don't think Adobe are looking after their customers anymore. They got so big that they just don't care anymore. And as for CC, which is Creative Cloud, which should stand for Cash Cow, to have to pay every month for the rest of your life until you're dead or the world ends, and at the end of it you still won't own anything, is just ridiculous, right? I am looking around, yeah, and it's still, and Hitman is getting there. It's come out with another one that is quite good. It's easy interface, hasn't quite got the same amount of effects at the moment, but it may be in time. So there's Sony Vegas, there's Final Cut Pro. I've also like to mention that Video Copilot Element 3D V2 is also a very good program that actually goes with After Effects, and it's a little bit limited in what it can do, but it's still a good add-on for the program. Yeah, any questions you may have that I might be able to answer for you or help you out in any way, feel free to just put them in the comments below, and I will definitely answer them. So yeah, just get on with making videos and or getting an idea for a video, and I haven't got any ideas for a video at the moment. I've just done one, and it was rubbish, so that's great. At least I kept the standard right up there. So all the 5 people that watch this video, I hope you got something out of it. And what I haven't said or haven't whatever, and you want to know, like I say, just ask, and I will get back to you. Take it easy.